little problems we're talking about, the wheels could fall off, the steering might freeze while driving, serious issues that should have been fixed in a recall, but never were. A Ford Expedition bursts into flames. The owner and her 5 children are pushed back by smoke and flames.
We tried to come out through the front door and the smoke was so heavy. The whole front of the car was on fire.
Katie thinks she knows the cause. This 2005 safety recall she says she never received, involving the speed control switch located right where firefighters told her the fire began.
The car can catch on fire spontaneously if it's sitting idle. Unfortunately, some people had major burns, even fatalities.
A Pontiac Grand Prix spontaneously catches fire inside of a parking garage.
The flames were just coming out and coming straight up the middle, and because the recall was for a leak that was coming down here and landing on the manifold below and apparently catching fire.
And there's a fire potential in 2003 Grand Prix, where the fuel system and gas tank assembly were among 6 recall issues, which were likely responsible for this car's spontaneous fire. Of the 10 million vehicles recalled each year, 2 million are on the road with potentially dangerous issues that haven't been repaired. That according to Clarence Ditlow with the Center for Auto Safety in Washington.
It's really buyer beware.
This Cars.com ad sent us looking for a Ford Windstar at a used car lot in Redford. How much do you know about the history of this car?
How much do I know about the history of this car? Like I said, not much.
Nick Zedon, the used car dealer, explained that after running a quick report on the vehicle, they rely on the honesty of the auction house they buy from.
You know, pretty much they disclose everything that the auction knows about the car.
But this is a recalled vehicle with a long list of problems. The rear axle could crack. The lower control arm that guides the wheel may also break, and the turn signal may work intermittently. Nick says he doesn't know about the potentially dangerous issues because he hasn't gotten the paperwork quite yet.
If there's any car, especially on Fords, registered to our, company's name, they just send us an envelope for any kind of recall.
But again, there is no law requiring used car dealers like Nick to alert buyers of cars with open recalls. When people buy these cars from you, they have to check that out themselves.
That's true. That is true.
The last thing in your mind is that there's a defect in that relatively new used car that you just bought.
Ditlow believes that all recalls for all cars should be made known to buyers.
They could cause a crash. They could result in a fire. Your life depends on that vehicle being fixed.
But the National Automobile Dealers Association opposes requiring used car dealers to track recalls. As for Katie, she says a recall never crossed her mind when she bought her used car.
In the future, I will.
So how do you know if your just purchased used car has been recalled? Well, your manufacturer's website can help you, and we will show you a link. Just go to WXYZ.com.